उपदेश शास्त्री 1824 से संभाव्यो गोचरे शब्द प्रत्यो वा नोचो अन्यथा नो संभाव्यो तद आत्मत्वा अहंकर्तु तथैव. A word or an idea can refer to an object but not to a non-object. They cannot refer to the self since it is their own self, and neither can the ego sense reveal the self. For the same reason, in self, real bondage is not possible, and bondage is in the form of superimposition. Dualists want to say that bondage in the self is real, and therefore knowledge is not sufficient for liberation, and one will have to work upon it. Acharya Shankara said, knowledge is the end in itself. It is not to follow with practice whatsoever. Content of thought cannot be the object of thought because when we talk about the content of a thought, content and thought are non-different, whereas object of a thought has to be necessarily different. Therefore, content and object cannot be identical. Pramāṇa content is the self and Pramāṇa object is pramēyam. Hence, self cannot be objectified and can never be under bondage. Only knowledge is required for liberation from the illusory bondage, that is superimposition. Verse 1825 says, Aham karta atmani nyastam chaitanya karti kadiyat neti neti iti tat sarve. So aham karta nisiddhite. The ego is superimposed on the self, that is pure consciousness, in the form of agency etc. All superimpositions along with ego are negated by note this, note this. Verse 1826-27 says, Upalabdhi Swayam Jyoti, Disi Pratyak Satkriya, Sakshat Sarvantara Sakti, Cheta Nitya, Aguna Advaya. The self is then known to be intelligence, self-effulgence, the seer, the innermost, existence, free from actions, directly cognized, the self of all, witness, one imparting consciousness to others, eternal, devoid of quality, and without a second. सन्निधो सर्वदातस्य स्यात् दाहो अभिमानिकृत आत्मा आत्मीय स्वयं चाहता स्यात् अहम मम गोचरा. Due to constant proximity of the self, the ego seems like the self. Then I and mine arise, as indicated by the word aham and mam. I and mine really belong to the ego, and the ego is similar to the self. Therefore, we are able to use I and mine for the self. Verse 18, 28, 29, 30 says, Jati karmadi tattvadi tasmin sabda tu ankati no kachit bhakte sabda tasmat bhavat so atmani. Due to having caste duty etc., such words are applied to the ego, but no such words can be used for the self due to absence of caste duty etc. आवासो यत्र तत्रैव शब्दा प्रत्यक दृष्टि स्थिता लक्ष्येयु न साक्षात तम अभिदध्यु कथंचन. नहीं जात्यादि मान कश्चित अर्थ शब्दै निरूपिते. Words which denote the ego and other things which reflect the innermost self express the latter only indirectly and by no means describe it directly, for nothing without attributes can be described by the words.